have TikTok over here. I got YouTube over here. Welcome, YouTube. When you're jumping on, let me know where you're watching from. And YouTube, if you're watching the replay, put replay in the comments and where you're watching from. I love the fact that YouTube allows us to have a replay. You can go back and watch the replay. So today's a really special day for me, you guys. I'm literally celebrating 1 year or 2 years in this digital marketing space. And I have to share this with you because just to look back at, oh my gosh, what I've always tried to do to make an income. Robin knows. I know Robin from the network marketing space. I do not have a Telegram account. That's not me. If you pay attention to it, you'll see that the person asking you to go to Telegram, they don't spell official right, or they don't spell Michelle right, or they don't spell O'Neill right, or they've added a character or a letter. It's not me. This is my account here. So yes, and thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. And I was trying to make an income in network marketing. And my income, this is prior to 2 years ago. And my income in network marketing was like this, right? If I worked really hard, I could make good money, but I sacrificed time with my family. If I had more time with my family, my income dropped. Yay! Thank you, Lisa. Hey, here's all I can say is if I can do it, you can do it. The only difference of me is I've been consistent for 2 years. I seen the vision and I believed in the vision, right? And I found my vehicle. I found my vehicle. That's it. I just found my vehicle. I don't know if this is a vehicle for you, but it was for me. If you would have asked me 3 years ago, I would have said network marketing is my vehicle, right? I didn't know what I didn't know. I think about how hard I worked in network marketing, and oh my gosh, if I would have worked that hard in digital marketing, I would be a multi-millionaire today, right? And so, oh, huge difference. Thank you guys. I look forward to joining. Awesome, Justin. Can't wait to work with you, my friend. I know, 2 years. And here's what's that's great and so true. Yes, it is. You know, when it's not, I have nothing against the network marketing industry. Matter of fact, I'm still drinking the products. I still use the products, right? But the thing is I didn't know what I didn't know. When I was doing network marketing, you know, you get a small percent. So I would work really, really hard, but put 75% into a company's pocket or other people's pockets. I love this for well, many reasons, but here's the two biggest points for me that was a game changer, because I had actually got my income up to about 7,000 a month, 5 to 7,000 on average a month in network marketing 2 years ago. And then the company did a corporate call. And they announced that our 10 and 3 bonus that we loved, they were changing it. They were too loose with the comp plan. And that day when they changed that bonus, my income dropped to 3,000. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was too tired to build it back up again. I was tired, right? I was trying to do things online. I was trying to do videos for network marketing. I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't have any blueprint. I didn't have anything to follow. So when I discovered this blueprint, it's quite interesting because when I actually discovered this blueprint, I looked at it in 2 ways. I looked at it as, wow, maybe this can help build my network marketing customer base. And wow, maybe I could also make income in the digital marketing space, right? I was thinking multiple incomes that way. But then when I dove into the blueprint and I learned the fact in digital marketing, you can make 100% profit and you are truly your own boss. See, that was the hardest part for me. Was I was working hard for a company and I had no control. They changed the comp plan. They can change the formulas, right? And then we are out everything. I love the digital marketing space because you make 100% profit. So if that is intriguing to you, then you're in the right place today. Thank you, my friend. And I got to share something else exciting. Look, because I launched into the digital marketing space and because I was able to just completely change my family's life, it's now all about leaving a legacy for my family. And I bought a hair salon, and these are our shirts. Aren't these cool? Yes, aren't these cool shirts? My daughter just gave them to me. We're going to be doing a photo shoot tomorrow for the beauty salon. So I will share with you guys. But anyway, what? Who would have thought 2 years ago when I was just looking to make 54,000 a year was my goal 2 years ago. I was like, my gosh, if I can just make 54,000 a year, have more time with my family, have a consistent income coming in, I could pay my bills. My second year goal was to make 109,000 a year. I was like, if I can make 109,000 a year, that's 300 a day. I could start, having fun with my family, having money to do things. I had a 3-year goal to change my family's life. My third year goal was to learn how to make 600 a day, which is 219,000 a year. I thought it was going to take me 3 years to learn these skills, right? Well, because I'm coachable and because the blueprint just works so well for me. Okay, it worked for me. It was what I needed, right? And I ended up making 152,000 in 6 months. I made my first million in 17 months. My daughter is a hairstylist, and I was watching her make a small percent, right? And of course, I seen it through a different lens because I watched me work really hard in network marketing for a small percent. And I was getting my hair done. I think it was back in January of this year, so like 9 months ago. And one of the gals in there jokingly said, "Hey, there's a salon for sale, Chelsea. Your mom should buy it." Anyway, I bought it. And so now I own a hair salon. And the crazy part is all those gals at that salon now all work for me. And it's a learning and earning process. We actually had a really cool meeting yesterday. And anyway, I'm just sharing that with you. Never stop dreaming. Never stop going after that life you want. Just don't stop. Because if you would have had this conversation with me 2 years ago, I would have said you were cuckoo. No way I'm going to make $1 million in the digital marketing space. There is no way I'm going to buy a hair salon. Are you kidding me? I just want to pay my bills. I didn't know what I didn't know. Not only did this blueprint give me the strategies and teach me the skill sets, it gave me the belief. I learned how to get that CEO mindset. I learned how to stay consistent. I learned how to get my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. So then I can leave that legacy and I can work on other things or spend time with my family. That's what it taught me. It didn't just teach me, let's make money online. It literally taught me how to get rid of that generational struggle and create generational wealth. And I just love that. Yay. I'm going to start the legacy plan today. Awesome. I love it. Congratulations. And I'm just saying with you guys, if you're looking at me right now, there is nothing I have done that you can't do. And I'm going to break it down with you. And some of you, it's going to go completely over your head because you're a lot smarter than me. So I got to share with you, I am Miss Simpleton. If something is complicated, I can't do it. And so I was terrified to launch into the digital marketing space because I thought it was going to be hard. I thought it was going to take tech skills. I thought I was going to have to learn tech and learn coding, right? It's been the easy button for me. Now I can say it's easy because that's in my lens, because I'm comparing it to what I've done since I've been a mom. Okay. I'm comparing it to what I've done. Right. So if somebody says it's easy and somebody says it's hard, they're comparing it to their past experience. See, when I become a mom, I have 6 kids, I only have 2 left at home. When I became a mom, my only goal was to never miss a moment with my children. I never wanted to put my kids in daycare. I never wanted to get that phone call from the daycare provider that your child walked for the first time. I wanted to be there for every moment. Well, that's 31 years ago. We didn't have social media 31 years ago. We didn't have the resources that you guys have today. It's so easy today. Like, oh my gosh, it is easy today because we didn't have none of these resources, right? So I didn't know what I was going to do. I actually started a daycare out of my home. I did that for over a decade. It was like a decade and a half, I think. Yeah, it was close to that, right? I did a daycare. I did make good money, right? Doing a daycare, but I didn't have my life back because I had time with my children, but I had a bunch of other kids as well. And that's when I was introduced. It was like in 2001. No, it was 2003. 2003, I was introduced to the network marketing world. Gosh, it's so crazy. It's been 21 years ago. And I was introduced to the network marketing world. And that was back in the day when we had to go to parties, we had to use fax machines. Like there wasn't the social media world. I actually was able to make enough. I think it was my fourth month. I made enough to be able to replace my daycare income. And you guys, so we're talking, a long time ago, right? But that gave me the freedom, and I at least had more time with my family. But then I sacrificed time with my family because I was going to parties. If anybody's been in network marketing, you know what I'm talking about. And in my mind, I'm like, man, there's got to be a better way, right? But I didn't know. And then about 15 years, like 5 years after that, I went through a divorce and I had to go back to work for a little bit. And it's ironic because, the way the universe or God works and puts things in front of you, my daughter was actually placed in the hospital and I was drowning in medical debt. I was working a full-time job. I was a single mom to 6 kids. I was coaching 2 of my kids' sports, and I was so disappointed in myself. A pivotal moment for me was I had a health insurance, and I get so emotional, and this was literally a long time ago, like I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. And the bill collectors were calling for medical. If anybody's been in medical debt, you know what I'm talking about. And it was my income. I've never got child support. And I remember bawling my eyes out in my closet. And I was tired. And I knew at that point, I have to find a way. I have to get back into the network marketing, even if I can just make $500 in network marketing. And a brand new network marketing company launched called Narium. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that company before. They're out of business now. And they launched, and I can't remember who shared it with me. And that was in 2011. And my children set me up with a social media account. And you guys, I was able to get that business going enough to walk away from my job and enough to get out of medical debt and enough to move my children to a really good city. I'm only sharing all this with you because that's how I can say what I do today is so easy because I didn't have to travel I had to travel in network marketing to make money. Literally, like home parties. If you've been in network marketing, you guys can relate to the home parties and things like that. And I literally got burned out and I took a little bit of a break, but I needed to find something to do from home. And then I got back into network marketing again. And I literally thought that was the only way. To be very honest with you, I thought that was the only way. And I did get my income up pretty good to about 7,000 a month. This was a pivotal moment for me. About 7,000 a month, 5 to 7,000. And in 2022, the company did a corporate call. This was my wake up call in the universe, by the way. The company did a corporate call. I was so excited. I thought that was going to tip me over to 10K months, right? And you guys, I worked hard. I'm talking, I worked hard. I'm telling you, I was a hard worker in network marketing for 7,000. I now make more in 2 days what I did in an entire month working my face off in network marketing. And I built a business in a negative state. I would go for no every day. I would have to hear 10 no's before I could go be with my family. So when I tell you this is the most simple business, when I tell you digital marketing is completely life-changing, it gives you your life back, it gives you your time back. You get to set your hours. You can work 2 hours a day. I'm telling you, it is such a breath of fresh air. And so what happened is in 2022, the company did a corporate call and blindsided us, by the way. And they let us know that their 10 and 3 bonus, they were too loose with the comp plan and they had to change that. I built my business off of that bonus. At that moment, my income dramatically dropped to about 3,000 a month. That wasn't the worst part. I mean, it's bad because I couldn't pay my bills for 3,000 a month. And the worst part was the phone calls I was getting. People that were on my team were calling me crying because all of a sudden they had no money. And some moms made enough money to pay for diapers, and all of a sudden that was gone. And I realized at that moment, I was like, I am not my own boss in network marketing. That company didn't even care about us. And you see that happening all the time now in the network marketing space. Like, well, they'll change to an affiliate program or change to this. They don't care. They care about them. And I was tired and I didn't know what to do, you guys. I didn't know. I didn't want to look at digital marketing in 2022. I thought you had to know tech. I thought you had to build something from scratch. I didn't want to do any of that. I was like, what would I create? How to be a hot mess express in your 50s, how to be a failure in your 50s, how to have mom guilt because you weren't spending time with your family and now you're broke. Like, it was hard. Then of course, if you're a parent, you understand this. We got to put a smile on our face. Our kids don't know what's going on, and inside we're like mentally crushed. That was me 2 years ago. So not only did this blueprint save my life, it helped me see what's actually out there, and mostly in today's future, you guys. The digital world is where you should go. And I'm telling you, if you are not fulfilled, if you are stressed or overwhelmed, that was me. I knew if I found the right vehicle, I could be good at it. I just had to find the vehicle, right? And I had to get the belief that it's not going to be network marketing and you can do this. So I got to share with you, I had a hope dealer 2 years ago. Her name is Carissa. I don't even know her. I've never spoke to her. She made a post on Facebook. Her post said, no MLM, no monthly expenses, learn how to make 300 a day. I'm like, 300 a day, that's 109,000 a year. It said 100% profit in 2-hour workday. I'm like, time out. I was intrigued, guys, and I got excited. I mean, let me ask you this. When's the last time you got excited about how you can make money? Me never. It was always like, I got to do this to get out of debt. I got to do this because I'm a single mom. I have to do this. I have to do this. It was always that, right? It was always like, you're in that I got to do this mode. And then I read her post. It wasn't a video. I've never even seen a video. It was a post. And I got excited. Literally, I was like, I don't think I've ever been this excited before, but I didn't. I was like, I don't believe what? How can we make 100% profit? You guys realize that's the only question I asked her. Wild, right? That's it. Matter of fact, I'm going to message her today because today is her anniversary. I remember this. I remember like it was yesterday. She changed my life. Like, literally changed my family's life. She would have made that post today. I don't know where we would be. I probably would have been grinding in the network marketing, having more guilt, not having time with my family, not having the freedom like we have today. So I messaged her and I said, how can we make 100% profit? How does a company make money? She replied back and she goes, oh, because they create our website for us and charge us a website fee. Oh, and by the way, 2 years ago, the website fee was $59. Today it's only $29. So not everything has inflation, by the way. But when she said that to me, I was like, oh my gosh. And this was September 9th, by the way. And I remember replying to her. And I was like, I'm going to do this because I had to get it out in the universe, right? Because my stinking thinking was kicking in. My stinking thinking was telling me, no, just stay safe. Just try network marketing. Keep on going. That's what's familiar. You'll figure it out. You'll get over the tipping point, right? You want to figure out digital marketing? Aren't you too old? Like, I had every stinking thinking going through my head. So I had to take all that energy and I had to shift it to just fear more being in the same place in 6 months. And I want to leave you with that today. I want that to be on your mind. Fear more being in the same place in 6 months. That was the energy that fueled me to provide freedom for my family, by the way. So I sent her that message. And I did tell her I'm going to get started tomorrow. I did tell her because I had to get up early. My son's cross country meet. Of course, that was an excuse, I was probably trying to talk myself out of it. She replied back. She goes, hey, if there is a delay in me, because she didn't have automated setup like I did, by the way. So when I purchased from her, she had to send me the website. And she goes, if there is a delay in me sending it, it's because it's my husband's anniversary. It's my husband's anniversary. And I go, that's okay. I'll be at my son's cross country meet. That was it. Went to bed. The next morning, heading to my son's cross country meet, the battle was real. I was like, do I do this? Can you do this? And I was like, no, no, no. Get out of your head, get in your heart, and fear more being in the same place in 6 months. So I purchased. By the way, the purchase was a no-brainer. Let me repeat this. The purchase was a no-brainer. It was actually the fear of my belief in myself. It was that fear, can I really do this? Because the reason why the purchase was a no-brainer, because I have a TV on my wall that costs more. Every single one of you have a TV on your wall that costs more than this program. And your TV will never make you millions of dollars. But if you have the right program, it can. So the purchase was a no-brainer. It was me. Could I do this? Because see, I was looking at myself in the mirror. And how many of you that are older can relate to this? You're younger, you have kids, you have a vision, you have a belief, you have standards, you have this idea of how your life is going to be, and then you're in your 50s and you're like, how the hell did I get here? Like, I never thought my bank account in my 50s would look like that. I never thought I would still be struggling. I never thought I would figure out and be like, what do I want to be when I grow up, right? I was looking at the mirror doing that, right? And then, of course, you go out there to your kids and you're like, being this good role model, but inside you're a hot mess express. You just want to crawl up in a ball and cry. So I had to make the purchase and I had to rip the rearview mirror off. What I mean by that, I couldn't go back in the past. My past didn't define me. Your past doesn't define you. It's what you do moving forward that defines you. And so I knew I didn't want to be in the same place in 6 months. I knew that. But I also know my brain is wired to keep me safe. And so it's easy to go back into what's familiar. So I had to rip the rearview mirror off. So whatever you guys do in your life, when you decide to do something new, rip the rearview mirror off. Because if not, you'll go back there. You'll make excuses. You will, because I could have made many, right? You look at all of our journeys in life. Have you ever thought about this? What if I would have done this? What if I would have done this? Would my life be different today? Have you ever done the woulda, shoulda, coulda? What if I did that? I was like, no, 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 you can't. So I'm sharing with you, when I launched into the digital marketing space, I literally ripped the rearview mirror off and I was ready to learn. I was ready to rise up to the standards that I knew I needed to have to change my family's life. So I didn't purchase this program to make money from home. I purchased this program to learn the skills and create the atmosphere and the environment I wanted my family to be part of. See, something I noticed my 2 years of being in this space, some odd reason, some people purchase, and the moment they purchase, they feel entitled for success because you made a purchase. Me, my friend, I was like, oh, this is the beginning of learning. So what I did is I set a 3-year plan. My first year was to learn the skills to make $54,000 a year, learn the skills how to master the 2-hour workday, how to master automations. And I gave myself permission to learn. I didn't have expectations of, you've got to do this overnight. I didn't, because I already had been a failure. How is that going to change overnight? How is my patterns going to change overnight? I knew it wasn't. So I gave myself the freedom to learn. And I was like, just make $54,000 your first year. You can pay your bills with that. Learn and earn, learn and earn. So I went in it as a student, but because of the affordability of it, we all have a TV on our house that costs more. Because of the affordability of it, I had to tell myself, no, this is like you've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars going back to school. It's no different than anything. If you wake up in the morning and you're like, I think I want to be a dentist, you can't just go to YouTube University and watch a few videos and become a dentist. What do you have to do, my friend? You got to go get the skills. You got to go get the education. So when I purchased this blueprint, I was like, I want to learn how to be a digital marketer. I want to learn how to launch into the creation, the content creators entrepreneurship, right? I wanted to learn these skills because what I was doing before wasn't working. And it didn't give me that security I needed. And so I wanted to master the 2-hour workday because structure equals freedom. So that was my first year goal. I launched a brand new TikTok. I was new to TikTok. I almost didn't go to TikTok. I thought I was too old for TikTok. I thought TikTok was a dancing platform. But then when I started going through the blueprint and I learned about TikTok and I learned how it's 2 years ago, the fastest growing age on TikTok 2 years ago was 30 to 55. When I learned that, and when I learned, here's the part that was the game changer for me. Here's the part that made me put my big girl pants on and go to TikTok. It said the algorithms at TikTok will help you find your perfect customer. So I Googled algorithms and I didn't spell it right. Spell check to spell algorithms the correct way. And it rocked my world. I discovered that the TikTok algorithms were based on people's interest and based on people's behaviors. So I was like, so if I go out there and I treat TikTok as my storefront and I create content and I treat it as my storefront, and that's all I talk about is my business and how can I help other people. And if that's what they're searching, TikTok is going to push my content in front of them. I get it. So that I got to get better at storytelling. I got to get better with creating a short form video, a 1-minute video at problem solving. I got to get better at that. So I decided to just start. I didn't overthink it. I didn't overthink it at all. And I started. And I was so grateful when I first launched my TikTok, you guys, I was so grateful that I got 0 views because my videos were awful. And I knew the more I did, the better I'd get. That's in anything in life, right? In anything in life. Like there's nothing in life you do for the first time you're good at. But if you do more of it, you can be great. And so I just started creating my content. I had 0 expectations. The only expectation I had when I launched my business was on me to show up every day and get better. So I showed up as that version. I showed up as the hope dealer because Carissa, a complete stranger 2 years ago, was my hope dealer. And I was like, I want to be other people's hope dealer because I know how I feel right now. I know how she made me feel that day. She gave me hope that day. I got excited. I don't know the last time I was excited. She gave me this level of energy and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a complete stranger in my life that made a post. I realized that day 2 years ago, the power of social media because it did it to me. I'm telling you guys, the only reason why you're not having success is because you're in your own freaking way. Get out of your way. You have thousands of lives to impact. And I was like, I know how she makes me feel. I want to help other people feel this way. So I went out there every day as the hope dealer. I hope today somebody sees a different perspective. I hope today somebody sees that they too can learn these skills. I hope. I hope a mama discovers this and never has to take a calculator to the grocery store again. I hope a dad discovers this and can walk away from that part-time job and get 25 hours more back with his family. I hope a family can discover this and make that extra cash so they don't got to look at their bank account anymore. This is what I thought of over and over every day. So I didn't think about me. I thought about them. I showed up for them, my potential perfect customers, not knowing what I didn't know. I didn't realize the power of digital marketing. So I launched this business. I started doing 3 a day. 3 a day turned into daily pay for me. And all of a sudden, so I was doing 3 videos a day on TikTok. I chose TikTok as my platform. I also did some stories on Facebook and Instagram. And I did a copy and paste free ads method, which is a dream come true for an introvert because I could spend 30 minutes a day copy and pasting free ads. I'd spend 1 hour on social media. How many hours a day do you spend on social media? Imagine taking just 1 hour of that and become a creator and turn that into an income stream for your family. You're not adding more time. You're just taking time you're already spending and utilizing it to design your life. And so I was like, I'm already spending time on social media. Why don't I learn to master being on social media and turn that into an income for my family? So that was an hour a day. And by the way, I sucked at it at first. It took a while to be able to get 3 videos done in 1 hour, and I was okay with that. I wasn't okay being in the same place in 6 months. My fuel was mastering things. And then I spent 30 minutes a day posting free ads. Copy and pasted and posted 3 free ads to high traffic websites. Now I understand the value of video. So complete ignorance on fire, I created a YouTube video and I put it inside of there. I understand YouTube is the second largest search engine. I understand people can build a connection quicker through a video. So I put a video on there. I didn't overthink it. I just created it from my heart because I was so excited. I saw the vision. I saw how this was going to change my family. And again, I'm from an industry where I had to work hard to get a customer. And so attraction marketing intrigued me hugely, you guys, like hugely intrigued me. And so I started spending 30 minutes a day posting free ads that I put a YouTube video in there. All of a sudden, oh, by the way, every single piece of my content took traffic back to here. I got a fully automated system, which means I didn't have to hear the word no anymore. I didn't have to DM anybody. I didn't have to find customers. I could attract customers to this. So all of a sudden, my email list started growing. And all of a sudden, my income started growing. I ended up making September 10th of 2022, I launched my business in the digital marketing space. 2 days later, I had my automated system set up. On the 13th, I had my first $300 day, then a 600, then a 300, then a 900. I was shocked. Then I went like 5 or 6 days, didn't make anything. And I'm like, oh, that's it. I got lucky. Because see, my stinking thinking kept on coming back because I had been so hard on myself for years. So I had to remind myself, no, fear more being in the same place in 6 months. So I kept on showing up. I kept on doing the activities. And my only expectation was for me to show up every day. I didn't focus on the results I wasn't getting. I focused on the activity that I had. That's the only thing I can control is my activities of every day. And right here, what I thought, ended up making $7,000 my first month. And I was terrified to go to bed at night, literally. I was in shock. I had 2 videos in October do really good. One October 7th. The only reason why I remember that day is because I woke up that day and I didn't feel good. And I was having a vertigo spell and I was freezing and the rooms were spinning and I almost didn't create my content that day. But I knew I made the commitment to not be in the same place in 6 months. So I had to show up. I created the video. And after I created it, I watched it and I almost deleted it because I was like, oh my gosh, you sound so monotoned. But I didn't delete it. That's the video that exploded my email list. The funny fact about that video is a year later, TikTok took it down and said it was in violation. A year later. Like, well, at least I got to take advantage of it for a year. A year later, though, I'm like, I got to go through my old content and see if I have it. Like, I got to do that. I'm going to make it a point to do that today because that was the video that changed everything. And then towards the end of October, I had another video got pushed out. So you think about it. If I was doing 3 videos a day, there's 31 days. That is what 93 videos or 91 videos I did in October and only 2 did good. See, I was learning to manage my mind because most people would have focused on the ones that weren't working. I only focused on the ones that did. And because I was building an email list since October 12th of 2022, I made $14,000 that month. And I was shocked. Now, here's the part about this blueprint that changed everything for my business. First of all, I had my blinders on, by the way. This was it for me. I wasn't going to get distracted by the next best thing. I wasn't going to get distracted by listening to this guru and listen to this guru and think the more information I hear, the more I'm going to learn and the more I'm going to earn. I knew better than that. If it was that easy, everybody would be millionaires online. So I committed to following through. Set a freaking goal, follow through with the goal. Then if you reach the goal, then do something else. Stop bouncing around. All you're doing is degrading your confidence. You're making it go worse and worse when you bounce around because you got to create momentum again. It's the worst thing you can do. I committed to 3 years, blinders on. I went because I came from network marketing, right? And that's why I didn't build on Facebook, by the way, because I had to just start fresh. I couldn't handle the phone calls and the conversations that I would have to have. So that's why I went to TikTok. But I knew I was still going to have people reach out to me and tell me about the next best network marketing company that was launching. So I committed to myself to put my blinders on for 3 years and not focus on anything but mastering this digital marketing process. That's it. You want to know why I'm so wildly successful? I just gave you the secret sauce. I committed to my blinders. Oh, Mike has tried to distract me so many times. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Like I literally am like, no, I'm sticking to this. I am going to master this. So my mindset was to win, by the way. I had equipped myself to win. So many people make a purchase and they're loose with that decision. I committed. I burned the damn boat. I committed. I was making this work. And it wasn't about the money, by the way. It was about my belief in me that I could actually stick to something and do it. Because I was tired of letting myself down. I was tired of not having the money that I always thought I could have because I'm a hard worker and I'm committed. That's never been an issue. So I had to commit to myself it can be possible. So I set a 3-year plan. 54,000 my first year, 109,000 my second year, and 219 my third. Thanks, Rob, for the love in that hat. Kind of matched my shirt. And I made 14,000 my second month. So I was shocked. You guys, I made $21,000 between using TikTok and copy and pasting free ads. And at the end of October of 2022, I hit 1,000 subscribers on TikTok. So when I hear somebody whining that they don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, would you follow me so I can have 1,000 subscribers? It's like fingernails on a chalkboard because I'm like, why do you want people to follow you that aren't going to buy from you? You can't take followers to the bank. You guys, why? You got to get out of this microwave society in a business that you think success has got to come quickly because you made an investment. No, the investment is something you should be proud of yourself. You took the step to change your life. Now you got to take the steps. And it's not an elevator to success. It is a staircase. And it gets hot. It gets tired. It gets overwhelming. And then you're going to have haters that are going to try to push you down the freaking stairs. And they're mean. But remember, haters show up in comments. They don't show up at the bank because they don't got no money to put in the bank. It's part of the journey and it's freaking worth it. It's worth it knowing that I own a hair salon for my daughter so she has freedom. I've left a legacy. It's worth it. It's worth it. You got to be willing. And that was all I did. I'm sick and tired of hearing people say this and this about my success. No. If you do what I did, you can have what I have. You got to do the do. I did the do. I still do the do. I still do the do every day. I still get pushed down the stairs every day by the haters. I just get back up because you know what? Every bruise just makes you stronger. That's the difference. That's the difference. I don't jump to the next saying. I have a 3-year plan. I'm not even up with my 3 years yet. Now my plan is like, oh, no, 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 no. I was playing small. I will create 1,000 self-made millionaires inside my community. I will. It will happen. 1,000 people will be inside my community. They had borrowed my belief or somebody's belief inside the community, and they will become a self-made millionaire because I will help equip them with what they need. I will not hold their hand. I will not coddle them. I will equip them for success. If they're willing to be coachable and consistent, it will happen. It will happen. I already see it. It will happen. It will, but we're taking the stairs. There's no elevator to success. So many of you are taking this elevator and you're getting off on level 12 because you think it's the next best product that's going to get you there. Then you get back on the elevator. And then when that excitement goes bye-bye, you get off on level 18 and you grab the next best thing. How much money have you spent on courses and still having no success? That is your clue. I wasn't willing to do that to myself. My family was worth more. Put the blinders on. You want to know how I've made 2 million in 2 years? I put the blinders on. I followed the blueprint to learn the skills I needed to grow a wildly successful business so I could leave a legacy for my family. So, guess what? 7,000 my first month, 14,000 my second month. I was terrified to go to bed. I couldn't believe it. Just hit 1,000 followers. I still wasn't going live. That's how bad my stinking thinking was. I was terrified to go live. November came around and I hung out in the 200 Club the entire month of November. And I was so honored and grateful. I was like, oh my gosh, 3 videos a day, each getting 200 views. That is 600 complete strangers discovering me. This is awesome. I'm just the gal in Kansas. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And I showed up every day with a grateful heart. But because I had been building an email list, I made $20,000 to freaking $1,000 in November with no videos going crazy. It's because I was patient and I built my following off of my perfect customers. I would rather have 10 people that follow me and 2 want to buy from me than 10,000 of people that just so I can look like I got followers. So then November was the month that you guys were emailing me or commenting on my stuff saying, that video you created, I swear you're in my head. Wow, that video, that's exactly how I feel. Wow, where have you been my entire life? I was like, I did. I got my message down pat. It took about 90 days. I was so proud of myself because I took the time to master my message. So I decided to put my big girl pants on. I decided to start going live. I went live 5 times, and it was the most terrifying thing I think I've ever done in my entire life. I thought doing network marketing, getting in front of people talking was terrifying. Oh, no, 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 no. This was terrifying. I don't know why it was so terrifying. It was so terrifying to me. Can I tell you guys a fun fact about me? I took a sticky note and I had to put it on the side where it showed how many people were on the live because I couldn't see it. Because I understand the process with going live, like they spike you up, drops you back down, and I would like freak out. So I was like, no, stop it. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're going to go live. You're going to put a sticky tab up there. You're going to follow your framework to go live. I did that. I had no idea how many people got on my live. I never knew you could go into settings in TikTok and see how many people showed up. And you're like, I didn't care. I cared about me getting better for you. I didn't care how many people were on. I cared about the one mom that got on and saw what I seen, and she never had to take a calculator to the grocery store. I can promise you, if you're worried about you, worried about your views, you will stay broke. All I've ever cared about was how can I help other people feel as good as I did the day I discovered this? How can I help people feel as good as I did the day I purchased and saw hope, saw belief, So that's when I launched my community inside of school in November of 2022, because I was having success. I made $43,000 my first 90 days in an industry I was terrified to go in an industry I had no idea, in an industry I thought I was too old, literally. And then I emailed. I would love for some of my OGs to be on here because I emailed them. If you're in my community, you can go see it. You can go, I kept it. You can go inside the community, you can go to the classroom, go to the mentoring replays, scroll all the way down. You'll see my first Zoom I did. And that's what I did. I messaged them. Let me stop. Before I launched the community, I got to back up. I messaged my customers. I said, hey, what if we got on a Zoom together? Because I really wanted to know my customers better. Because I knew if I could get to know them better, I could create better content. And I don't know, a handful of people showed up and we had fun and we got to know each other. And one of my customers said, can we invite our customers? I'm like, yes, together everyone wins. Let's do this. I know I'm going to show up if I have more people in the huddle, right? We're going to win if we got more people in that huddle. You know, football, you know what I'm talking about. If there's only one person in a huddle, you're not going to win a football team. You win a football team because there's enough players in the huddle. And you win a football team because you look on the sideline and there's bitches of people ready to go in and help. That's how people win. There's not one person on this entire planet that has had massive success by themselves. My success is because of my community, because they have made me every day have to show up a better version. The days I'm tired, the days I'm like, why am I doing this? Why are people so mean? And I will be doing a video over that, by the way, because I have decided my second year, I'm no longer going to be silent to the haters. I'm not. Because if I can create a movement of stopping grown ass adults being bullies, if I can create a movement to stop that, I can help you feel better assured to go online. And so I will do this. I don't know when, but I will. I've actually talked to some other influencers. That one gal literally left TikTok because of the nonsense of people. And she was really good. She was actually one of the first people I watched. And she's not in my blueprint. It was in another digital marketing. And I'm like, I messaged her like 2 months ago. And I said, why did you get off of TikTok? She goes, people are brutal there. I said, but you're so good. She goes, I just couldn't do it anymore. She goes, it wasn't worth my peace. And I messaged her the other day and I said, I've talked to 2 lawyers. I will be hiring lawyers and I am going to be suing a few people. I said, do you want to talk to my lawyer? She goes, yes. And I said, why don't we create something, a safe place for people that have been bullied online? And I will tell you what, I want to help you get through that, because here's something that will happen to you when you have success. Hurt people, but healed people help people. And I realized my voice can't be silent anymore for that. Because there's people, like I see it in my community, like I went live and somebody was mean. And what if we created this movement and make people be like, be nice? Like, it's so embarrassing to me that grown adults would even talk about other people. Like, what are you teaching your kids? That is bullying on a completely amazing different level. Like, it's just so crazy to me. And I'm just like, it's just sad. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I've been having some conversations with God, and he's like, Michelle, you got to put another level of big girl pants on, because you want to create 1,000 self-made millionaires in your community. You're right. But you also got to help these people that are getting bullied for no reason online from grown adults. Like, it's crazy to me. So anyway, that's going to be another live, because I will be shaking some stuff up, by the way. And yes, I will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawyers, because to me, my community is worth it. If they know there's a safe place to go, it's worth it. I will shake stuff up. I will help change the way building a business is done, because there's enough room for everybody to have success, by the way. And if you think you're going to have success by insulting someone else, you never will. I've never said anything bad about anybody. I don't have anything bad to say about anybody. That's another reason why I'm successful. The golden rule in my house, treat people the way you'd want to be treated. The other golden rule in my house is if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But the reality is haters show up in comments or haters show up in videos because that's their way of thinking they're tough, but they don't show up at the bank. Because wealthy people never degrade people. Wealthy people are wealthy because they've helped people. But there's a level of you can only handle so much. And I'm just going to tell you guys, I will be having another voice for you. With not only me, it's an army of people I'm working together that it's been awful. And we will create another safe place for you guys because I want to empower you to get past that because you're worth it and your family's worth it. Yes. He said my Eagles are in a good football team. What? Oh my gosh. I got to go back and see what Tim's saying. I will get to comments. I just got to keep on going. So I'm telling you, it is a staircase for success. Okay. It is not an elevator. If you're trying to take the easy route, it's not going to happen. Now, to me, this was easy. Yeah, I'm comparing it to running a daycare for over a decade and a half. I'm comparing it to network marketing and having to go to parties and leaving my family. So that's how I can say it's easy. Okay. But all I'm going to tell you guys is that moment when I discovered this, how I felt is how I want hundreds of thousands of other people to feel because I had hope that day. I had possibilities that day. And the day I purchased, I was like, I'm ready to learn something new. I'm ready to launch into this. So November, I stayed in the 200 club, but the comments were showing I had discovered my perfect customer. Ended up making 22,000 that month. So 43,000 off of a brand new TikTok between TikTok and copy and pasting free ads. I did start going live. I committed to going live every day, December 1st of 2022. I missed about 10 days. And I will say 5 of those days, I literally couldn't go live. 2 of them, I had food poisoning in Mexico. And if you've ever drunk the water in Mexico and had food poisoning, you know there's no possible way you're going to go live. The other, 2 days, actually, Tim was one of them yelling at me, saying, get off. I was trying to do a training for my community and I lost my voice. And I'm like yelling. And the next day, I didn't have a voice. That was the hardest 2 days of my life that I couldn't show up for you guys. I did finally take Christmas off this year. And there was like a few other days with traveling and stuff. And I just really wanted to be present for my family. Other than that, I've not missed a day being with you guys. That is another commitment I made. That pivoted my income to over $1,000 a day. I ended up making $152,000 in 6 months, which turned into my first million in 17 months. The difference of my 6 figures to 7 was the size of my email list. And my email list grew because I showed up every day on social media. Like, I love it. I remember Mary Ann, she had a video that just went cray. And it pushed her to 6 figures so quick. I was watching people in my community hit 6 figures just from a few videos because it built their email list. Like, the success that I'm seeing because of the skills that people are learning in my community is just the coolest thing ever. So if you want to see some of the first Zooms I did, just go to my community, go to the classroom, you'll see. You'll go, oh, they've come a long way. So I started doing, in November of 2020, to start doing Zooms. And then I remember being on one Zoom, you guys can hear it, it's in there. And I'm like, we should create a community. I didn't want to do Facebook, which was good because my Facebook got hacked, by the way. They literally took my passwords and everything. I had 2 Facebooks, thank goodness. Somebody taught me that long time ago in network marketing, have one for business and one for personal, because you could lose your business. Thank goodness that's the one they hacked, because my personal has like all my family stuff. And anyway, I lost my Facebook. I would have had that Facebook group under there. So thank goodness I decided to launch my community in school, SKOOL. And I launched it and I opened it up for my customers and their customers and their customers. 2 years, 22 months later, we have 38,000 people in there. 42 or 44. Somebody told me it was 44. I thought it was 42. I don't know. I have to figure six-figure income earners. There's 12 people right now at over 80 plus thousand. 12. 12. 12. We are literally about ready to hit over 60 six-figure income earners. 12 people in South Africa have become a self-made millionaire. And that's my next part. I want to talk to you about how I made 2 million in 2 years. I made a commitment to show up every single day on social media. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know the power of showing up. No fancy videos. Go look at my post. I've never done nothing fancy. I've never used an app. I've literally done all of my videos inside TikTok. Yep, I click the plus sign, I create my video, I edit in TikTok, I post it. And I had a video that got pushed to South Africa in October of 2023. And a gal named Cecilia watched the video. The video came in her time of life when she needed to see it, by the way. I was her hope dealer that day. Oh, this is amazing, you guys, what can happen. And she had a off day. She was working really hard. Her daughter was sleeping on the couch. She realized it was late in the evening and she didn't even get to ask her daughter how her day was. And she had seen my video on TikTok and she had ended up buying from me. She created a ripple effect in South Africa. Now there's 12 self-made millionaires in South Africa. I'm talking these stories of these people that have made millionaires, become millionaires in South Africa. They bought cars for cash. They bought homes. They've been able to take holidays that they've never been able to. The stories that they've been able to do because me, a gal in Kansas, decided to commit to a blueprint and follow it and not get distracted and just follow it. It was a breath of fresh air. I never in my wildest of wildest dreams did I ever think I, a gal in Kansas, a mom of 6 kids, would ever have an international business. YouTube is phenomenal at bringing me people from all over the world. I love YouTube because I can tell when a customer comes from YouTube because I'll get a customer and I'm like, what country is this? You know how many times I've had to copy and paste the country into Google? I'm like, where is this located? It's been so fun. I have never, even with the haters, even with the lies and the stuff, I've never had more fun in my life. You got to have the bad to understand the good. You got to have the great, but it's no different than a job, right? So many of you deal in a toxic environment with haters and you stay there to stay broke. Right? It's stuff that we just have. Our kids have to go to school with bullies. We don't take them out of school. We just handle the bullies, right? It's just part of it. I just don't want you, when you launch a video and somebody says something nasty, I want you to realize that is a them problem, not yours. And that's where they show up in the comments. They'll never show up at the bank with you. Okay, I just remember that because I've seen way too many haters take people out. That says everything about them. If you think you got to step on somebody's head to rise above, nobody on this entire planet has had success from doing that, by the way. So just don't take it personal. And I know that's a voice I need to bring to the table because I need to be your guys' hope dealer on that. Maybe we can create a movement and get people to be nice. Like we can all win. There's not one of you that can't win. There's enough people. You guys realize there's 5 billion people on social media. If 1% wanted to do what you're doing, that's 50 million people. There's enough for everybody. Just be nice. And that's what I've done. I built with a heart, pure heart. I got out of my head and I built with a heart. I've showed up with my heart every day. So our community was growing. I set a goal in September or December of 2022 to grow by 1,000 people in our community. I didn't know what I didn't know. And then that's when Cecilia discovered it in March. She purchased, and there started to be a huge movement in South Africa. And so it went United States, South Africa, Canada. Canada's exploding right now. United Kingdom, Australia. And I mean, so many countries, you guys, those are just like the top 5. And I've seen people, I think there was a gap. There's like a gap, right? Like people were confused. And I know a lot of it was because they were in a rush. So I was like, when we're trying to get 1,000 people in our community, why don't I launch 90-day runs? That's one of the things I learned in network marketing. You can change and things can happen in 90 days. You cannot get tired for 90 days. So we started launching 90-day runs inside our community. And every single 90-day run we've done, it's created 6-figure income earners. It was the best thing I ever did for the community. Still doing to this day, because they just create massive momentum. Like right now, we're doing a YouTube challenge to grow 1,000 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers in 30 days. That's the challenge. We're on day 3 right now. You guys can jump in and get part of that right now and grow your YouTube, because when I decided to go live after 90 days, I started to put my big girl pants on and go live. I still was super bullheaded about my schedule. So I quit copy and pasting free ads. I will say that's one of the biggest mistakes I've made. And I will share with you why here. And because by that time I could get my ads posted in 30 minutes. And so that I spent 1 hour going live and then 30 minutes responding to comments. So I gave up posting free ads. Then one day I looked at my YouTube channel and I was like, holy crap. I think it was during one of the calls. I think it's all recorded. My reactions, my excitement. I remember Nicholas was on there. I remember Nicholas like, what? What? Like we were all so shocked. That copy and paste free ad strategy grew my YouTube channel at like 850 some subscribers from not doing anything but posting free ads. It grew my YouTube channel. I'm now monetized on YouTube. And now I have like 19,000 some subscribers on YouTube. I'm trying to find it real quick. Oh gosh, I don't know where my YouTube is. I have like over 19,000 subscribers on YouTube now. 2 years ago, I had 13 and they were my friends and my family and nobody watched them. I tried in network marketing to grow a YouTube channel and I was awful because I didn't have the right strategies. I didn't know what I was missing. I had to have an easy to follow blueprint, and that's what I got. And now I monetize. So you guys, this is what I love about our program. You can take your efforts of posting and add an additional income stream. So guess what? I've shown up every single day on TikTok as well. Now I monetize on TikTok. I've added 2 additional income streams to my family without adding more work. So all of a sudden, I'm like 6 months in and I'm working smarter, not harder, and making more money. I was like, this is wild. This is wild. That's all I did. Literally, I literally do the exact same thing every day that I've been doing since December 1st of 2022. The only difference of September to December, or September to November 30th, how many days in November? The only difference is then I didn't go live. My first 90 days, I didn't go live. Okay. And then I got to do the puzzle piece for ticket. Okay. I'm going to go to comments here. I hope you guys have been nice. I'm talking about bullies and I'm curious to see how many haters are in the comments. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. Anyway, the only difference is my first, I don't know, 80 some days I didn't go live and I copied and pasted free ads, right? But since December 1st of 2022, I've done the exact same thing. I've shown up every day for you because I want to help you feel as empowered and excited that day that I felt. I'm a grown adult and I wasn't excited 2 years ago. I was frustrated. I was like, how did I get here? I never thought a network marketing company could just yank it like that. And I never realized how mentally exhausted I could be from it. And I see it all the time now. Like, I'm like, man, like that one company, and I know so many people there. I can't even imagine like that. Was it Rodan and Fields? I don't know. I don't know what the name of it is. Anyway, they did the same thing. And like all these people that built these big teams was gone overnight. You don't have that problem in digital marketing because when you can sell the programs, you get 100% profit. That money goes into your bank account. I don't got to wait for no company to pay me. And I love that. I wish I could make this harder than it is. I knew I had to take the stairs to freedom and leave that legacy. I knew. And I will tell you something else that was wildly successful for me and why I hit 2 million so quickly was I had to flip my vision. It was like I probably hit 1 million at month 16, to be very honest with you. But it was the weirdest thing because I didn't feel like I was worthy of it. So it was probably 7 months in, I stopped looking at the money. And I guarantee it if Tim was on here right now, I guarantee if Amy was on here right now, I guarantee it if Daryl was on here right now or Victoria, they would know exactly what I'm talking about. You stop looking at the money and start focusing on the impact. And I knew it was like month 16 and people in my community are like, have you hit 1 million yet? I knew I had, but I was terrified to look at it. Like you guys, I was, because I didn't think I was worthy of that. To make 1 million in 17 months, are you kidding me? Like that online in a brand new industry? What are you talking about? Like I was afraid to look at it. When I finally did, I was like, am I worthy of this? Then I kind of got this weird scarcity mindset. This is why I had to go find a mentor that made me realize I was playing small if I didn't make at least 100,000 a month. I'm like, I just wanted to make that a year. She goes, no, you're playing small. There's billions of people out there. You're playing small if you make less than 100,000. I'm like, okay. And she helped me grow. Why you need a mentor. You can only get so far by yourself, my friend. That's why community matters. If it wasn't for me getting a mentor, my community, me launching 90-day runs, me showing up every day for you, I wouldn't have made 2 million in less than 2 years. But I became that person I needed to become a self-made millionaire. It wasn't the money came first, this came first. And when I realized the value of that in being consistent and realized even though you're tired, even though there's going to be days you're going to be tired going up those steps, you can't get off the steps and take the elevator. There's no elevator to success. It's taking the stairs. And it's a beautiful view though, you guys. It's the best view, the best journey you will ever take in your life because you are literally walking your family away from that generational struggle. You are literally building a solid, secure income. Nobody can take your email list away from you. Nobody. Your social media channel is building your brand. They can't take that away from you. You built freedom on a completely different level. And I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. Carissa was never my mentor. No, Carissa was never my mentor because she never talked to me and I didn't want her to talk to me. I had the blueprint. I purchased a blueprint for success. I didn't purchase a mentor. There's a big difference. I purchased a blueprint for success. Yeah. Yeah. Can you show me how to set up lives? I actually give you a training of that inside my community. Yeah. Yeah. I had to get a mentor. I just got her. I had her for 1 year. And then she's kind of gone down a different road than I want to go. And so I need to find another mentor. And I'm actually looking for one. My mentors are about 50,000 a year. So yeah, I can't go cheap anymore, right? Because I have to, if I'm going to create 1,000 self-made millionaires, I spend a lot of money on mentoring. So, that's why I crack up because the program I purchased a year ago, she will not, you don't get a one-on-one. Okay. You do not get a one-on-one. She only does group coaching. And I paid more money than what most people make in a year for her mentorship. And it was the best thing that happened to me. And so it cracks me up when somebody invests $300 and they think somebody should hold their hand. I'm like, you're never going to have success. There's not one person that got their hand held that has had success. That's the growth part. It's the best thing you can do to grow. Get out of your comfort zone and grow. You'll never make six figures if you don't. Yeah. Yeah. So I can't wait to have my first client. You can do it. Yes. It is everything. It is. It is, you know, and it's like, I literally, that's one thing I loved, right? I was like, oh my gosh, I can learn this in my own time. I don't got to wait for anybody. That was awesome. Like, I don't have to wait for anybody. And nobody wants to wait, right? Like, can you imagine? You get on Amazon, you're like, I need to order my Expos. And you got to wait to get on the phone with somebody before they'll ship your order. Nobody would order on Amazon. Amazon is a $573 billion a year company because of the convenience they give their customers. You go to Amazon, you order, 2 to 4 days later, it's on your door. That's the convenience I give to my customers. They can purchase from me. They get immediate access to everything. By the end of the day, if they want, they can have a fully automated system set up. They can put money in their bank account that day if they want. And I love and respect that everybody has different goals and dreams. I love and respect that. There's room for everybody in my community. I have a gentleman in my community. He's actually one of my favorite stories. He goes, I just want to make it. He loves his job. He loves the benefits. He goes, I just want to make $1,000 a month. He goes, because then me and my boys could go camping more. I will share that though. His goals kind of changed. He has now a bigger goal. Because now he's like, oh, what if my side hustle paid for the boys' college when they're older? Right? What if I could help out more at I think one of them plays basketball and the traveling events. I mean, you know, his vision grew a little bit, but I love that. I love the fact that he knew what he wanted and he just went after it. And I just love that. Thank you, Tim. How many streams can we have now? You can have as many streams as you want. I have 15 income streams. 2 are outside of the internet space. One is a hair salon. My daughter just gave me this shirt. I bought a hair salon. This is leaving a legacy for my daughter. I watched me and network marketing work really, really hard for a small percent. And then I watched my daughter work really, really hard to get her license to be a hairstylist to make a small percent. And it was hard. And I kept on saying, just go get a booth rental, get a booth rental. If anybody's a hairstylist, you know what I'm talking about. And Mom, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in a room by myself. And I literally, the beginning of this year, was getting my haircut or getting my hair done. And one of the gals in the salon's like, hey, there's a salon for sale off of Rock Road. And I'm like, really? And the gal's like, you should buy it. I'm like, well, what is it? They were joking with me, but they didn't know I was serious. I literally, while my daughter was doing my hair, I literally looked at it, messaged the guy, met the next day. 2 days later, I bought it. See, that's the difference of a successful person. They don't think what can go wrong. They think what can go right. And guess what? Every single one of those employees now all work for me. Crazy, crazy, full circle. And so they bought this yesterday. We have a photo shoot we're doing tomorrow with the salon, but never in my wildest dreams. First of all, did I think I would ever have the money to buy a salon, but that I could buy a salon because I now understand marketing. And that's why I was like, this is a no-brainer. We have like this really cool party coming up in October in the salon that I can't wait. And I can't wait to market it, right? And then I'm going to teach this stuff inside my community. It's awesome. Okay. I just going to share with you guys. I'm still doing the exact same thing I've been doing since December 1st of 2022. The reason why I've had success is because I've shown up every day. That's probably the biggest email I get, by the way. I've been following you for 6 months. I've been following you for 8 months. I've been following you for a year. You still show up. I had one gal the other day goes, man, I've been thinking about buying. and I was torn between you and two other gals because I really like all three of you. I'm buying from you today, and I just want to let you know because the other two gals now, she goes, the one gal, she said her name, I'm not going to say it. She's now promoting two other things, and the other gal's now promoting something else. And I'm like, oh, but there's Michelle over here, still making money. Her community's growing, popping six-figure income earners every month. Success leaves clues. I'm like, oh, you're going to be so good in our community. And so she bought from me. You know how much money people lose because they have you ever seen that saying before? The guy's digging for the gold. He's digging for the gold and he's tired and he quits and the gold is this far away. That is so many people in their business. See, here's what I did. I set a 3-year plan. And I was not quitting until I hit that 3-year plan. Then I could make a different decision after the 3-year plan. But because I committed, it was in concrete. It wasn't wrote in an expo marker. It was wrote in concrete what I was going to achieve, right? Then once I achieved that, I literally, my next goal is 1,000 self-made millionaires. I have a lot of work to do. And I'm excited and I can't wait. And I'm so fired up. I will tell you guys what, you haven't seen nothing yet. What's that saying? Hold my beer or make the popcorn. You know, those two funny sayings? That you haven't seen nothing. You haven't seen nothing yet. What we are going to do inside our community, like nothing yet. It is going to get wild. So many lives are going to be changed. So many people are going to learn how to make multiple income streams because I've just begun. I look at today as like, let's go. This is day one. I've never in my entire life been more excited. I've never in my entire life felt so good and been more excited. I just want that for you. I really do. I really do. It's been the most amazing, shocking journey. The fact that I can say I've made 2 million in 24 months in 2 years is just wild to me. But I have to share this with you because it only happened because I had a good mentor, by the way. That's why I show up every day for my community. So I give them a daily video because I know if somebody is willing to follow what I give them, success can happen. So, and I can't wait for December to do this with you guys. But in December, I went to a mastermind and they had us set our goals for the year. And I was told that I was playing too small. Actually, those were not the words. They actually literally said that I should be embarrassed that I'm in a mastermind like this, and that's what I put down. Said to me, I'm like, I literally, I was like, I don't think I belong here. I don't think I belong here. This is crazy. Like, I'm looking at people like making 80,000 weeks. And I'm like, oh, it was so out of my comfort zone. And if you guys understand what an introvert I am, it was the push beyond the push. So I reset my goals to where I had a lump in my throat looking at them. And I was like, there's no way I can do this in a year. Matter of fact, I did a video over it. Scroll back through my content. I think it was in December. I want to say, yeah, towards the end of December, I did it. And I talked about how I'm going to have my first $1 million year. Scroll back. I did it. And I talked about how I'm going to have my first $1 million year. And because she made us create that video. Anyway, so I set my goals for the year. And then she said, you just got to keep on saying them because, you know, the more you say them, the more you're going to start believing them. And when you believe them, you can receive them. I'm giving you a hot tip right now, by the way, you guys. And it did. It was weird. The first of the day, it was scary. It was hard. By the end of the day, I was getting like, oh, what if? Like, this could be really cool. Then the next day, and that room had energy like you can't even, like, people were like seeing their vision, seeing their future. It was so awesome. And then she's like, okay, grab a piece of paper and cut that in half. Your time frame. I'm like, now, yesterday I couldn't see a year, and now you're wanting us to cut it to achieve it in 6 months. She goes, we are a world of procrastinators. If we know we have 12 months to achieve something, we will always make excuses why it can't happen. And that was really weird when she said that, because it made me reflect back to my journey in digital marketing, how that's the power of showing up for 2 hours a day and getting your income earning activities. That's the power of making sure that that's the most important thing you can do, is getting those income earning activities done. If not, we're a world of procrastinators. I'll get to it later. Oh, I only got to do 3 1-minute videos. I'll get to it later. Then later never comes and success never comes. So I really looked at my habits. I'm like, wow, I've really been doing that, because that was my goal, to master that 2-hour workday. So she said, cut it in half. I was like, I got to make $1 million that quick. And it was wild. Anyway, I ended up hitting that goal in April, by the way. A goal that I was terrified to hit for December. I ended up hitting it in April because I started seeing it. And I'm going to leave you with this. No matter what you decide to go all out in, you can't be like, I'm excited to learn this. No. What do you want? What do you want? Write it down. See it every day. If it's hard to say, if it's uncomfortable, you're there. That's it. Because God doesn't give you the vision to see things unless it's possible for you. You wouldn't see things. My neighbor probably sees something completely different, because that's what he's supposed to see, not me. I get to see what I'm meant to have. Same with you, my friend. And so I wrote that down and I went for it every day. If you're launching a business, write down what you want. Not, oh, I wish I could. Say, no. I will achieve this and I will not stop until I do. Now, here's the funny thing about me. I'm not focused on my goal after I hit 1 million. My energy has gone to, I need to bring in new business builders and create 1,000 millionaires. I will tell you what, my mind works this way. I've not even met my 1,000. Well, okay, no, not true. I've not met probably 600 of my millionaires yet. I would say there's 400 in the community. Yeah. But the other 600, I still need it. I show up for you because I know you're my next 6-figure income earner, and I know you're going to become a self-made millionaire. That's who I show up for every day. On days when I don't need to. I don't focus on my income anymore. I focus on the activities to help you become a self-made millionaire, because I want you to know what it feels like. Mostly if you're a parent. I've never felt that in my entire journey of being a mom. And it was the end of February of last year, the end of February of 2022 or 2023. It wasn't this year, it was 2023. And I was standing in the kitchen on my computer. I was paying all my bills, and I was able to pay off my kids' braces, both of them. Usually I have to make payments the entire time. I paid them off, and I paid all my bills for March, and I'm sitting there, and never as a mom, my 29, well, there'll be 30 years of being a mom, almost 30 years of being a mom, I'd never been able to pay all my bills ahead of time like that. And I remember like this weight lifted off. I was like, what? That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like to not have that pressure. Like I never felt that. I didn't know how much pressure I was under. I didn't know. And then, you go look at your bank account and you're like, well, maybe something's not taken out yet, because all my bills are paid and I still have money in the bank account. And I remember just sitting there, the tears were running down my eyes. I was like, never in my wildest dreams would I ever think I could feel this. And I remember going to my kids and I'm like, hey, let's go do something for spring break. So we rented a beach home on Galveston Beach, literally 9.5 hours straight down from my house. And I hadn't hit 6 figures yet, by the way. I was so close, but I hadn't hit it yet. And I took my kids, I each took a friend, took my 2 grandchildren and my daughter, and we just had a blast at this beach home. And I still had money in the bank. And like we were heading there and I made like, I don't know, like $1,200 before we got there. I made so much more money than I spent. And I looked at my kids, I'm like, I think we got to travel more. We make more money when we travel. And it's not like an ongoing joke. We always monitor that, by the way. Like that's like the funniest thing that we do is like, how much did you make today compared to how much did you spend? And I always make so much more. Imagine you able to live your dream life, travel, and make more money than you spend. I don't remember a day that I've not gone backwards. It's crazy. Like it's just I'd never realized the possibilities in the digital marketing space. And there's nothing I have done that you can't do. And maybe you're like, she's crazy and passionate. You bet I am, because I can go back years ago when I struggled hard in network marketing to get what I do in 2 days now. And I know from my mamas and my dads and my aunts and my uncles and grandparents that have been in the network marketing, if you've ever had any type of activity where you've made some money, you know the work it took. I was ready to work smarter and not harder. And so I'm sharing with you whatever you decide to do. If you decide to partner up with me and be one of those running for 6 figures or a self-made millionaire, you got to set a goal and you can't quit until you achieve it. Because here was my mindset. First year, 54,000, second year, 109,000, third year, 219,000. And I told myself, if I don't achieve it, I have 3 years. If I don't achieve it, I'm going to readjust it and do another 3-year plan. That's the difference. So many of you quit. I was like, I will figure it out. I will. When I seen people of all different ages, of all different races, of all different countries, of all different backgrounds having success in the digital space, I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. I just need the right strategy. I ripped that rearview mirror off and I've only looked forward. And I'm telling you guys, there is nothing that I have done that you can't do. Just how committed are you willing to be? Yeah, you know what feels good? What feels good is when the next product comes and you get excited about it and you got this level of energy again. And then you go promote that, and 6 months later, that excitement's gone because you're back in the hard you were. It's called a leadership lid. Go research it, John C. Maxwell. I actually attended one of his conferences years and years ago. And that man set me a different stage in life. And it couldn't come at a better time because I think I was just divorced like 5 years. And so I was going through stuff mentally, and he showed me my leadership's lids. And as a parent and everything, game changer. Just Google it. John C. Maxwell leadership lid. You can thank me tomorrow. You can thank me tomorrow. Like, he will change your life. Like, he will absolutely change your life. So, and I will thank you, and I will show up for you every single day, unless something happens, like food poisoning or lose my voice, some cray reason. But other than that, you will always be in my heart, and I will always show up because I just want, well, I would love hundreds of thousands of people to feel what I feel right now. But I want to sit there with 1,000 self-made millionaires and just have a conversation with you guys. And then we create this massive movement that just really changes the world everywhere, because it will happen. I mean, South Africa is probably going to have it by the end of the year. They're like going insane over there, and I'm there for it every second of it. I'm like, it is my honor to be in a community with so many amazing people. Like, I'm just really grateful. And for you guys that are my followers that haven't bought from me yet, I am grateful for you. I'm grateful for my haters. I am, because I couldn't appreciate the pure heart loving people in my community without the contrast. And this is part of the journey. right? Nothing ever is completely smooth in life, right? You got to prepare yourself for that. So I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you for being here for 2 years with me on TikTok. It's been, oh, an honor and a privilege. And I'm just going to get better for you. I'm going to show up better for you because I got to raise my leadership skills to help create 1,000 self-made millionaires. And I will do it. Like that's all I think about is how can I equip them with what they need? How can I stop them from stopping believing in themselves? That's it. It's 95% mindset. It's 5%. Okay, I would say 90% mindset, 5% strategy, and 5% execution. But then 90% mindset will stop the strategy and stop the execution. And I realized that. I refuse to be in the same place in 6 months. That's what got me started and what kept me going until I believed in myself, until I felt worthy. Because I can promise you, if you know you're worthy of success, you'll show up as a different person. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, okay, real quick. I love you so much. Been there since June. Yay! I know my heart is so filled. Like I just am in awe. Yeah. Um, aw. Yay, I'm glad you're inspired. Now I don't want you guys to only be inspired. I want you to take action. I'm here for you. I remember 2 years ago, like it was yesterday. I was terrified. I was excited. I was scared. I had no idea what I was doing. But all I did know is I did not want to be in the same place. I did know. And because I had the right blueprint and I had the right mindset, I learned the skills. I stayed coachable. I changed my family's life. And so can you. So can you. So can you. Aw, thank you, Jess. You're so sweet. Yes. The best platform to start faceless marketing, honestly, Dominique, I would actually say Instagram. Yes. Aw, thanks, Rebecca. I know, 20 days. You guys, this is what's so awesome about our community. Was it last year, Danny? Somebody had made a comment. I don't know. I think me or Nicholas just got off of a cruise and we're like, we should go on a community cruise. And so last year we planned a community cruise. I don't even know how many of us are going, but speaking of that, okay, I already talked to Celine about this, so she's waiting. If you're going on the cruise, please email me and I'm going to create a Facebook Messenger for the cruise, for everybody going to the cruise. We're going on a cruise together. I can't wait. Like in 20 days, I'm going to be hanging out and meeting people from my community. So I want every one of you to be on our cruise next year. We'll talk about it in 20 days and we'll get the next one planned and announce it. So absolutely, Michelle will be your mentor. Michelle with one L. I'm Michelle with one L. So Michelle, I have a question. What is your middle name? Is it Renee? I'm curious. Yeah, if you want to learn more, Darren, I haven't even said that. Right here, dailypaybusiness.com. Check it out. Dailypaybusiness.com because we're paid daily. Oh, thank you. You guys are my gift. Like it's been such a blessing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited that you're here. You know, Callie, my daughter's name is spelled the exact same way yours is. Caleigh. I love that. Yes. Legacy builders. Oh. Let me see. Hello. Okay. John C. Maxwell. Yeah, his leadership, but it's about the leadership lids. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me see. I will one day hit the million income bracket. Yes, I know I'm worthy. Yes. I love that. Oh, I love you guys so much. You're so great. I am a millionaire and I will claim it. Yes. Love it. Yes. Okay. You guys, I can't hold on. I'm trying to get caught up. Let me see. Oh yeah, I will definitely create 1,000 millionaires. Yeah, John C. Maxwell. Let me see. I'm trying to get caught up in comments. I will be a millionaire one day. Yes. Yes, we are tired of poverty in South Africa. Yes, my friend. And this is the vehicle to change it. I got to share a story with you guys. And I'm not saying this is how you start. I'm just saying, we offer 4 different digital programs, and one gentleman in South Africa, could only afford the Launchpad. He worked his way up. He purchased a Launchpad. He got some customers to upgrade to the $300 passive daily pay blueprint. He worked his way up and be able to get the digital mastery, worked his way up to a legacy builder, right? He's now a millionaire in South Africa. What if he wouldn't have started that day? That's something I think about all the time. Like, what if I would have overthought it? What if I wouldn't want to do it? What if I would have thought I couldn't do this? Oh, so crazy. You will get the other 600 millionaires from South Africa. I agree. Like, it's like every other day or every week, somebody from South Africa is becoming a millionaire. Aw, Rebecca, you're so sweet. Thank you, my friend. I love showing up for you guys. Yes. Oh my goodness, the comments are so nice. I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh my goodness. I haven't checked my comments, so I don't know what's happening in them. He was your pastor? What a blessing. Yeah. The Law of the Lid on YouTube. Thank you, Danny. So The Law of the Lid by John C. Maxwell. Yeah. Ooh, Stacy says quitter is not part of my vocabulary. Yes. I will not quit no matter what. Yes. Yes, I will never quit. I love that. If they can do it, I can do it. Yes, so true, so true. Yes. You know what I think? So I got an idea. So if you guys are going to be on my legacy builder call in about 25 minutes, you know what we're going to do? About this, we're going to record a video and I'm going to send it to Carissa on Facebook, and we're going to thank her. Say 2 years later is here. We'll say happy anniversary and thank you for 2 years later. Now look what you've created. Doesn't that sound fun to do? Oh my gosh, we're totally going to do that. Oh, love it. So cool. Yes, the feeling with my children has been amazing. And what I've taught them is amazing. Matter of fact, I got to share something with you. My son's here right now, Logan, and he was working. Well, I was actually going to try to buy the business from his boss. It was a garage door opening and a lawn business, but it's caught up in a divorce thing. Anyway, so my son's looking at going back into garage doors. He actually loves it, but he is here right now at the house and he's learning how to edit videos because he's like, okay, I'm watching my mom. Okay, success leaves clues. So it's going to be kind of cool, right? I'm excited to see what can come out of that. So yeah. Let me see. I'm a millionaire in the making. Oh, I love that. I will be a millionaire. Yes, I'm one of your future millionaires. Yes, I love it. Love it. Oh, you guys are so good. Oh, yes. We like literally, I see it. Yes, that's huge. When you can see it, you can believe it. When you believe it, you can receive it. That is so huge. Yes. Oops. Oops. Sorry. I'm trying to get through all the comments. Oh gosh. Sorry, TikTok. Oh my, I think I got them all. So thank you guys so much. Sorry if I missed your content or comment. I just wanted to get really through this. Aw, yes. Awesome. Love it. Oh, I love you guys so much. Yes, we posted. Um, okay. I will be one of your millennials. Awesome. Can't wait. Yes. Can't wait for you to look back in 2 years. I know. I know. It's just such a surreal day for me. I know. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, small world, right, Callie? Let me come over here on YouTube. Thanks, you guys. Love it. Morgan's like, just curious why Carissa didn't have an automated system, but you were able to have one these days, are purchasing the program from her. She just didn't have her set up, I don't think, Morgan. It's like not everybody follows the process. Interesting, right? Like I just followed the blueprint. For some reason, she just didn't do that step. I don't think she was as serious about it as I was. And that's why I didn't allow her, what she was doing was none of my business because she can't pay my bills. I knew I had a proven blueprint to follow. Yeah, keep the main thing the main thing. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Good questions, you guys. Gosh, I wish I could save the comments. Aw, you're the best thing that's ever happened to us. Well, thank you, Jackie. That's so sweet. Aw. My first few hours of being part of the Legacy Builders family, Michelle, looking forward to our journey together from South Africa. Yay, Sharon, I love it. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Yay, just joined. So excited. Welcome. Hey, Jessica, how are you, my friend? Love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I hope I inspired you guys today, but I do have to bounce. Got to go do actual work. Yeah. I got to rest my voice for 20 minutes before I get on the Legacy Builder call. That will be hours. Yay. Legacy Builder upgrading coming soon. Awesome. I love it so much. You guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I will be back tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to hang out again. And then I'm going to have to get off tomorrow because we have a photo shoot for the salon. Isn't that cool? I'll take you guys on that journey as well because anything is possible. Now it's all about leaving that legacy. Hey, Paulette, thank you for the love. Now it's all about leaving that legacy for my family. So, you guys, I'm just telling you, there is not one thing that I'm doing that you can't do. I'm telling you, you just got to be willing to follow a proven process, be coachable, be committed, set goals, and don't stop until you achieve them. When you have goals, there might be some pivots, some adjustments, but don't stop till you achieve them. Then if you want to do something different after achievement, that's great, but don't be a quitter. You got this. Aw, thank you guys for blessing me. I think it's a phenomenal place to start, Cynthia. Absolutely, my friend. Mm. Yes, amen to that, Bev. Trust in God and do the actions. Yes, yes, and yes. Absolutely, yes. See you guys soon. Thank you. Yes. Happy anniversary to a real winner. Aw, Lisa, that just made my day. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. YouTube, you've been phenomenal today. Thank you.